sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from Ford Field. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening has the 30. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. This is James Cook. Oh, no, the starter loses the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's first and goal. Here's Gibbs. Marked down the 6. Second and goal. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And he somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's hustled out of bounds.
That's a great job defensively, Mike. Not only to blanket the receivers and give the quarterback nowhere to go with the ball, but then when he tucks it down, being able to force him out wide to the sideline and get him out of bounds, great job by the defense.
Williams in motion. Third and goal. Murray. Spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball in his hand, you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
To the left side, pulled in by Conklin. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
17 yards, the gain there. First down, L.A.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner, just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off. Remained a passer, found an open target downfield, and he's able to get the ball to him for a nice completion.
And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A first set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike. I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Handoff, running left. This is Cook. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Goes in motion. On third down, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Carlton Davis. And the Lions are going to have it just past their 25.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because the next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful on the inside air now.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. For the shotgun, it's Mo. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly, and even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it's going to bring up fourth down. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. play action. He'll set up to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Back to throw. He'll drop this underneath to Cook. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big, explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
We are through one. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Second and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That's a short one, taken in by Conklin. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. He'll look to throw. Pass caught right side by Conklin.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time. It's going to fall incomplete. It might be fortunate just to avoid the setup. And it will set up a 3rd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
He gets it into the hands of Eckler. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down. A run up the middle with Cook. And the Rams are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line. Here's Cook. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, but you have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped. No gain.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Ball time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll get set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. On the ground to start, and give it to Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Flying by the tight end, Sam McCoy. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural runs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
He'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup there. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Murray. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. He'll try and throw for it with Murray. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on down.
So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's 4th down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on 4th down.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. That's Carlton Davis bringing it into that one. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. He'll drop to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Now a timeout Rams is number 2, as first half. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, like the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, make the play another down.
3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Murray. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back to the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Murray looking to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Now this is timeout, 3 seconds left in this first half. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the... Now, on the return, he has lost the football. The special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but
the pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. Here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more pays off there with their first sack of the day.
Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So on comes Joshua Carter to try this field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Hardy back out, following the made field goal. He'll kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. We'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That'll be caught. It's Jameer Gibbs. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Murray. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Williams in motion. On 3rd down, Murray. He manages to get the throw and completes it. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Lions 1st down. That's good for the Lions. Here's a good pass to Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take these forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Williams in motion. Murray from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, These types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And he's going to have the Lions first down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the hole to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing Murray. Is caught left side by St. Brown. And he will score. St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expects his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's the one who's looking at He's able to pick up the rest with his legs. It's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. To throw. That's a short one, taken in by Conklin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. In motion. Hit as he threw the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll set up to throw. That is hard to throw. And he's in. 2-2 at 12. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The extra point from Carney is good. And the Rams go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. On the return, it's Williams. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
First down, fellas.
Drive will start on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now a 2nd down throw from Murray. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. The tight end Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Murray. And they would continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Lions will punt this ball away. They're forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. From Davis.
I think you chalk this one up like to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
They hand it to Gibbs. Good running inside the 25. The speed on display. He's in. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and give themselves this
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the left side, pulled in by Conklin. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
He'll drop to throw. And for a third down, was intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback. And I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
Now Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive. Try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Throwing now, Murray on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase of what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. That's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently. Not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
So out is Chad Ryland in a big spot here. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth-quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he has a line through the contact. It's incomplete. Good job defensively to hit him just as the ball was around. And it'll be second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Inside the 20-yard line. It's up. Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. He's going to look deep. Going to cut. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Now a timeout Rams. That's number 2. Fourth down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. The Lions all their first time out. So it's fourth down, punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line.
Hey, can't stop us.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down past the 45.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed it the most.
That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
First and 10. A run up the middle. It's big. Strong first down run. Pickup of 9. Setting up second and short. couple of yards, and that's good enough. So it's a win here.